Still quite surprising. Looks like we might be heading into Champions League now. Lower bracket finals. n2dz up against Tumeke. How are these two teams going to approach each other? Tumeke has been doing so damn well in this tournament, getting themselves this far. It's not necessarily astounding, actually. I was going to say astounding, but they've always been pretty consistent. Got Man up there, Philro, Chronos Gears, FSI Choco, if you will remember the FSIs. Also tasty. Zyra getting banned out by n2dz at the moment. Interesting to think about where that tactic could be coming from. A Thresh coming out from Tumeke, very standard. I believe the old FH did have a little bit of love for Thresh. Milky Cow really taking his time to contemplate what to go against for Tumeke. What is their focus going to be coming into the game? Are they going to ban out for what they're going to verse? Getting rid of the very colourfully used jungle that's been going around today, the Jarvan. No more Cataclysms coming in. Malphite's had a lot more love recently as well, getting a bunch of unstoppable forces and picked up by a bunch of teams. Kassadin, the assassin, getting taken away from n2dz's arsenal. We saw how dangerous he was in the upper bracket finals. We'll see just how n2dz reacts to this. I'm sure they're going to get another assassin mid though, maybe going for that Ari. We saw how strong that was earlier today. I don't think that wasn't part of n2dz's lineup, but definitely a lot of potential. But maybe an Elise, maybe a Twisted Fate. Banning out the Nessus against Tumeke. Maybe just as smart to do that against Mattress as well, who've been doing that quite a while. Zac going down as well, getting rid of the lockdown champ. Yeah, Milky Cow, always that first pick, Timo. So totally. I haven't seen shrooms for a long time. Oh my, man might be getting a bit happy here with a Yi. We might be seeing it for the first time today on the stream. Milky Cow picking himself up a Nami. n2dz loved that first pick Nami. The disengage is great. The harass in lane is perfect as well. She's a very, very difficult champion. Not commonly played. Sure, it wouldn't have been a main pick for Tumeke. Are they really going to lock in this Yi, though? I think they could have a tough time with it. Because Yi, he's very strong AD now. Very, very strong. But if there's just a bit too much CC, he's made very short work of. There's nothing much else he can do. Well, they're not going to lock in on it. Choco picking up the Nautilus. Let me just put on those summoner spell covers for you. That's what I do. But man does lock in the Israel. The powerhouse. Proe taking that Vayne. I believe Vayne ban's going to happen in the finals as well. In the grand finals, sorry. But in this game, everybody's letting it slip. And the Vayne, that protection Vayne combo, very strong. Hyuna thinking of picking up the Siege. We saw that on Dream Team a bit earlier in the day as well. They made that little lockdown Certainly going to lock in on it. Probably actually gone for the Tristana. He's very much in love with that Tristana. Little bit of split push potential. Oh, Pro-E. Just from what I've seen, you're a bit attached to that lovely ADC. Lest I've been watching a different ADC that has a very similar name that it may have happened. Philbro coming out here with the Shin. Again, I was saying that split push potential coming in on Tumeke. Kronos gear providing a lot of support. There's quite a lot of supportive play coming out from Tumeke. There's not as much damage focus. Shen can be pretty strong in that respect, but it'll be interesting to see their mid laner. I'm riding on the fact that this Nautilus is jumping in the jungle. Lime's thinking of picking up the Vlad. There's a bit more comboing coming out from n2dz in terms of damage combo. The lockdown combo is definitely on Tumeke's side. Protection from that Shen combined with the ultimate and the initiates on the Nautilus. Disengage on airs, very, very simple. There we go, Wongza is locking in. So there's a bit of an AP focus on n2dz. It's really only running on Pro-E for considering that a lot of Kennen players are starting to start out with the Doran's blades. They get a bit AD happy at the beginning, but then they usually transition quite well into the AP. Having Kronos there with his wild growth definitely going to help out, but again, so much supportive play, not actual damage. She does get a good amount of poke off in lane, but Pro-E's got such good range on Tristana. And Milky Cow as well, those Aqua Prisms, great range. And Blockface is starting to really pull out the damage, thinking of picking up the Orianna. Locks it in, so they're going to try and combo a lot into the late game. Going to try and get Man or Cho in there. Sorry, actually trying to get Blockface or Choco in there. Man is sitting on Orianna at the moment. Let me see what the swaps have happened over. No, it's pretty much stayed very stable for N2. I think everyone's very okay with their final selections. In 20 seconds we'll be able to show you those beautiful summoners. I can tell you there's quite a lot of standard summoners coming out. Not too much of a tricky set. We'll see. Pro-E Sandy Main says, ooh, thinking he can outplay Philbro. We'll see. There's a lot of mobility on Trist, great range. She gets an assist, she gets that refresh. On her jump, she can just start bouncing off the walls like you do. Delay has actually gone out, completely missed that. So let's just get rid of this silly summoner spell blocker. Who likes those? Anyway, Ghost sitting up on SM Limes, looking for a bit of chasing. Gonna get a bit happy that way. It's gonna be very, very standard for everybody else. Can't say anything special. Barriers for the ADCs. Ignites for the tops and the mids. Milky Cow is actually sitting with an ignite. I'm not sure if that was a mistake. That's going to be interesting. Miso in the chat is saying that may just be split push Vladimir. So haven't seen this too much. It's going to be interesting to see a split push Vlad. You dogs, you. But yeah, interesting that there is an ignite on Milky Cow. I don't know if he's made that mistake or if he's just trying to get very, very aggressive in that bot lane. I think they're really trying to kill that Israel. It's certainly going to be fun to see. It does make sense if they want to go for that kill lane, but I haven't seen it happen in this tournament yet. Or in tournaments for a very, very long time. That's New Zealand for you. I don't know. It might just be us. I'm hearing that it is actually quite common. That's what you get. Just thinking of a couple of the lane matchups coming in here. Again, we talked about Proe and Milky Cow up against Philbro and Kronos, but Proe pretty comfortable with his opponent. He says he's known Ez for quite a while. He's very, very comfortable around him. They've got that ignite. They're probably going to be going for that kill lane on n2dz. You've got Kronos Gear though. He's got a great tool set, to be honest, to get a lot of protection out for Israel, and Israel has great mobility as well, especially with his jump. In the mid lane, seeing Limes and Man. I mean, it could be Wangsa in the mid lane. I'm thinking it's going to be Limes though. Can poke out an Orianna far easier than anyone else. Wangsa still works quite well up against Shen. Not sure if he's going to main out those Doran's blades. But as we go into the loading screen, I'll leave you guys with a little bit of music and break for a couple of seconds. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Summoner.
Here we go, finally getting into the game. Hooray! Yay! Pause. Oh, that's when I had to enter. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Looks like an invade may be coming out from n2dz. They might just be protecting their red buff though, or just trying to in general protect the map. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of this, but a big group up from Tumeke in particular. I think there may just be a DC coming out. Hello, Boston King. Shout out to Boston King on the stream, apparently. What? There you go, Boston. You get a little bit of screen time. Hey, it already went out. Okay, we're getting actually into this game. Who's excited? The losers bracket, the lower bracket finals. I tend to call it the lower bracket. It makes them feel better. I'm kidding. But the lower bracket finals, maybe it does. Maybe I should work on my psychology. Pro-E citing out FSI Choco. It looks like they are going to be converging back in as a team. If indeed they are wise, in which case they actually are, because they are wise. They're a wise team. I think n2dz are going to have to back out of this situation. There's just too many bushes to be playing in for Tumeke. They've watered it out now. Maybe they're going to be sticking up in this tasty little bush here. They seem to be coming over. Are they going to wait for it? No. And they have been spotted out by that water as well. So they know it's safe to leave. Clearing out that ward there, very good play. They don't want to give that opportunity of taking red to Tumeke. Now the question is, are there going to be lane swaps? Is it going to be Ken in mid? I put Ken in mid in the champ pool in the mid there, if you can see that. It does look like it's going to be Vlad at the top lane dealing with Shen. 80 start's going to work well for Kennen. Let's see how much man can poke him out of his lane, if at all. Just turns into a little ball of lightning and gets up close and personal. Gets a little bit of FaceTime. FaceTime with Kennen. For kids. Knife Ranch. For any of you who have seen the infamous, the famous Scrub series. All the love. No pressure going on just yet. Very early days in the game. A lot of anti-warding coming from Milky Cow. I think he went double vision wards at the beginning of the game. Certainly he has no mana regen or anything like that coming his way. Not maining out getting that Philosopher's Stone or anything. No. Ooh, and this wood will just barely sight out Blockface, as we do see a bit of pushing from SM Limes. He doesn't see it in time though. There's the taunt out from FSI Joe, the slow from Blockface as well. He did manage to save his hook for that first blood, landing it for FSI Choco. Really, really good first blood, very solid. Very mechanical, just a shame that that ward didn't pick him up sooner. We'll see how useful Huna can be in terms of ganking and the laning phase. n2dz, pretty new team, rehashed from FH. Tumeke have been working together for a while now. Cookie's sitting in the top lane on Shoko. Wongs are getting the beat down, but in comes Huna, maybe to try for that 1-for-1. Doesn't quite work out for them though. Huna's gonna want to run out of there. Not give him a 2-for-nothing. Burning that flash out. Great ganks coming out from Blockface here. despite a bit of early face checking, just a little bit. You go Kenning starting out with that Doran Blade in the mid lane. SM Limes just getting pummeled in the top lane against Choco. He's trying to get the regen going. Whoop, there we go. Minor regen started out with the Chalice early in the mid lane. On man, good disengage from Proe. Blockface still, I think, has his hook available. Doesn't anymore! That just happened. His bad. His cool. All of those wards down now for Milky here. They are applying a decent amount of pressure to the lane, but they don't have sight on Blockface. He manages to land one on Milky Cow. All of the damage getting bursted out from Philbro despite him being knocked up for a little while there, followed up by Nautilus picking up another kill for his team. Sitting 102, he's got 3 there. He's been involved in every kill for the game. Early game Nautilus dominance. But that was a good follow-up from his team anyway. That's a lot of the beauty of Israel. He can close gaps pretty quickly. Or choose to disengage pretty quickly as well. SM Lions throwing out the ultimate, trying to get a bit of damage down on Show. He throws out his pull, but he gets taken out by the minions and the ignite. Rough day, buddy. A 1-for-1 up the top lane. Took a big risk jumping under that turret, knowing that there was a taunt just waiting for him. With his name on it. Little bit of magic. Spell Vamp coming in for the top lane Vlad, hoping he can out-sustain this Choco's. Picked up an early null magic mantle and actually gone for a bit of speed. A recurve bow as well. Hoping to get a bit of life regen off that Vorpal blade. I'm thinking. Just barely managed to dodge that from Wangzhe on that hook. Oh, here we go. We'll see how the trade-off goes. Lime's doing decently well, but still twice the amount of damage getting pulled off from Choco. With that attack speed, it's brutal. And denying a lot of that damage with the null magic. And that Doran shield. Gonna be going for that wit's end in the late game. We'll be doing so well for him up against Limes. Doesn't even need to go for anything like more. Wit's End works so damn well with Choke. Tanking up, building the damage. Working hand in hand. Pressure in mid lane is actually going decently in Wong's favor. He's been regening a little bit. Playing a bit defensively, trying to get a bit more offensive now, but those minions are very close. Oh, out goes the Shockwave and the Stand United from Shen, keeping Man alive. Man alive indeed, grabbing them that kill in the mid lane. Tumeke are really coming together as a team. Another gank up from SM Limes at the top lane. It's a a taunt and a knock-up ultimate coming down on him. They're really putting a beat down on all of these lanes. Rest of N2 trying to put a bit of pressure at the bot lane. Will it be their saving grace? I don't know. Response in the top lane is actually a spirit stone. Quite a surprising little pickup. But they're putting the beat down on that turret so damn hard. It'll really give Cho the ability to to stand united across any lane if he wants to split push at the top lane. Opens up a lot of avenues for him. Gonna want to see a little bit of action from Huna. The thing is, Huna hasn't had that many opportunities. The rest of his team have pushed a lot of lanes in efforts to try and mitigate the damage that's been putting out against them, but not mitigating the ganks. No, giving them a little bit more of an opening. In comes Wangza at the bot lane. No sight on this for Tumeke just yet, but there's their lane's just a bit too pushed up. There is no way that Limes there's no way, sorry, that Limes can battle with Choco. Not anymore. Ooh, calling it a back from the mid lane. They do not want Wangsa to jump in on this opportunity. Let's see if Man's going to be able to get out of it. In comes Blockface, and out goes the shockwave from Man, but Wangsa managed to get out of it fairly unscathed. Oh, the tides have turned indeed. But out goes the ultimate from Nautilus. Doesn't seem to have given them quite the position they needed, but Man was able to get that shockwave ultimate out very early, then start shredding through Wangsa Huna. Good grab from Blockface, a follow-up with the ultimate from Israel, a killing destructive spree in the mid lane, followed up with another death in the top lane from Limes against Choco. It really is just a slaughter. Lane matchups haven't quite been in their favor this game, but maybe they'll be able to bring back that late game. They've got the Huna initiation. They've got Milky Cow to really lock down the initiation well. Lime's good AoE. Same with Wangsa. Proe, good follow-up. Shockwave can displace them. So can Wild Growth on Chrono Gear. And we'll see if Choco's split pushing can really win them this game. There's the Wits End finished up on Choco. Athens finished on Man as well. Haunting Guys coming out on Wangsa. Quite a bit more durability, but he's had a very tough time in that mid lane. 3-1 on Oriana right now. The bot lane is fairly stale. It's been most of the action anyway has been at the top in the mid lane. Israel has still been a good part of kills just through his ultimate. There's 3 assists. Oh, Lime's damage. Sorry, Lime's trade with Choco. Just starting to look very abysmal right now. Choco coming in the top lane. We'll see if he's going to pick up another one on Limes. But there is a Blade of the Ruined King finished on Wangsa. Sorry, on Proe. What would that Kinnan be doing with that blade? But Proe finishing off his Blade of the Ruined King. We've got the Bloodthirster coming out on Israel as well. So not going straight for that blue build. Getting a bit more aggressive. Ghost popped out by Limes to get out of that sticky situation. A good grab from Blockspace. This may be the end of Huna, who could turn around and blow off his ultimate. He does go for that opportunity, but the Igniter's already on. He's down. That Philbro taking his Q, planting it firmly in Huna's bum. Picking up the kill. This leaves them for an opening with Dragon. Merry Christmas indeed. Open all the presents.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Ooh, Milky Cow managing to get a knock up on Philbro, but if Blockface can get this grab off, no, that perfect flash! And a good knockback from Proe, allowing them to disengage. top lane. The pressure is really caught up to it. Choco managed to finally take down that turret. Now his split pushing is going to get really, really dangerous because he doesn't have to pay as much attention to that top lane. Ultimate from Shin onto block face as Philbro manages to take the rest of them down. Oh, misses that Q. He gets his barrier and an ultimate off from Chrono Gear. Definitely good play. He kept a lot of pressure on while the rest of his team wasn't able to follow up and let them catch up to the rest of that fight. Now they're going to be able to focus down this bottom turret as well. It really has been just objective after objective, kill after kill.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
All n2dz can really hope for now is to come together as a team and try to find solo targets of Tumeke, try and build up that way, continue to farm, ward up and take control of the map. There's a bit more coverage coming out from Tumeke, but they've got a bit more gold to expend as well, so they're in that position. And they're even buying quite a lot of warding as well. You can see 4 wards sitting on their team. 4 sight wards. Just casually on every single member. 2 right now on N2. Hasn't been as much enemy jungle roaming for Tumeke. It's all been lane focused. Out goes the shockwave. Is this going to be a 1-2 combo? On for Wangza. Yes, it is. Man, flashing in there for that last command attack. Beautiful kill plus a gank at the top lane against Limes. Vlad is not having a fun time laning against Choco. Laning against a Shin with a wit's end. Nuh-uh. Now building up into a Sunfire Cape. Pro E is pretty much the one biggest threat on n2dz right now, and it's quite easy for Tumeke to tank up against him at this point. He does have that shred with Blade of the Ruined King. He's focusing on that attack speed so he can get more dangerous. He's pretty happy to just straight up match Philbro. Not when Philbro gets off his rotation though. You're going to try and wait for an opportunity. Philbro not going to take the bait. Not at all. What is happening across the map? Oh, a miss called by Limes behind you, buddy. He must be spotting it out now. Probably going to be pathing down the river. No, doesn't quite spot it out. Has to get away from this situation. Those trades are definitely not worth it. Already down half health. Manages to get the taunt off on him. Can Choco still follow up on this? No, he certainly can't, but there was a death in the mid lane. It was another dive from Man, picking up that kill. Sitting 5-0 in the game. Good disengage ult from Milky Cow, turned into an engage, but Pro is isolated from his team. He's going down. The ultimate went out from Choco to come into the lane. Wham, bam, thank you, man. And Milky Cow getting the execute. Great execution. I know that was horrible. It definitely was. Come on, man, pick up your ball. Love his name. So easy to work with. Come on, man. What you doing? There's that Seeker's arm guard already on Wangza. So if he manages to get that into an hourglass, that could really work well for his team. getting that ultimate team fight out, but there's just so much gold riding on Tumeke right now. 1 to 16, almost that 10k gold gap. They found 3v5. And surprisingly, Vlad managing to focus down Kronos here in the middle of that, making it a 1 for 3 exchange. A bit better than it could have been. Definitely could have been worse. Vlad making the most of it. Oh, those supports. Nobody loves boots anymore. Come on. Nobody! If you guys have noticed, just a couple of things to note when you're watching the Masters Division. There's a lot more vision wards coming out across the map. They like to build in on that early and then go for oracles. People always put it in monetary terms that your vision ward knocks out a bunch of other wards. You know, it's worth X amount of whatever. But it's so much more than that with that map control. Forces them to buy a vision ward if they want to try and counteract what you've done, or another ward, in which case you're just going to eat that up as well. Another sight ward. Ager's coming out already on block face as well. This team is scaling just as well as it should. They're not focusing on damage once they get past a certain stage. They're going strict build, strict supporting.
Red team has slain the dragon.
The lane matchups really made it this game, especially in that top lane. It was always going to be difficult with Limes. I'm wondering if Wongza would have had a better chance in that top lane. I don't know. I couldn't say. He has that lightning escape. He is a little bit quicker. Ooh, a flash being forced out. Just there with Limes against Choco. This turret has nothing left to it. Absolutely nothing. Down it goes. The initiate comes in from block phase, but they're trying to get Hyuna and Wongza out from the back. They managed to find them. As a double kill goes out, Blockface has burnt his ultimate already, doesn't throw out a second grab as the ultimate from Pride protects that chase. But Hyuna and Wongs are trying to focus down Philbro as the ADC, while Blockface acted exactly like his name proposed, just sitting there like a wall, not letting anything go past. Choco keeping Limes very preoccupied, as their mid-turret is made complete mincemeat of. What more can you do? Map control completely under Tumeke in sight and in physicality. I was gonna say sound, but what? Just what? No sight on Baron, funnily enough. Nobody looking for the Baron objective, not yet. 221 in the game. Quite a bit past the 10k gold gap. There's that Muramana stacking up on Rise. Mana Immune, I should say. Future Muramana. Occupational hazard. You're insured as a Muramana to level up as you grow. But you're on top of an Ezreal, so be prepared for some pain. ADCs tend to get focused down. They do. So itemization is for I don't know, take it up a Muramana. There's an occupational hazard for the Muramana. Sad Muramana. Systematically pushing each lane to make a plan that's very, very safe. They've got a lot going for them. Not taking any chances. They are a bit minimalistic on damage still. They have man, they've got Philbro. Choco is actually stacking up pretty well. but there's still a lot more running on n2dz in terms of damage and in terms of follow-up. But the tankiness coming out of Tumeke is pretty astute as well. Blockface and Choco, really tanky. Followed up by Chronos Gear's ability to protect anyone that comes too badly into danger. Good knockup from Milky Cow. Is Choco going to be able to just full-on take down Limes? I think he is. Nothing, not even the disengage ultimate from GG Milky Cow is going to stop Choco. He might be able to just pick up a double kill here. He certainly will, even flashing in for it. What a happy guy.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Wanted to jump right on there. Out goes the ultimate from Wogs. I think he can pick it up. He's certainly going to take down Choco. That shutdown, second death on him. As the rest of Tumeke push in to that mid lane. They may not give up here. This could just be a base crush. This could just be a win. Yeah, they're not letting up. Wong's got just a little bit cocky there. Trying to rush hard against Blockface, but just a bit too tanky. Nautilus worked so well for them ganking in the early game. He upset all the lanes and he scaled so well off it as well. Got a fair amount of health, picked up a locket for his team as well.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Ooh, bit of a stomp. This is the Company of Gamers Masters Online Tournament baseline. I'll link you the brackets in just a sec. We are currently in the lower bracket finals, then moving on into the grand finals of the tournament straight after this. And as you can see, looking pretty heavily slated in Tumeke's favor at the moment. Rabadon sitting on Orianna. She's building into Azonia's, making those fights a little bit easier. Let's see if Choco and Block can really rip Limes apart. Looks like they can. Once that taunt goes off, there was a great grab from Blockface, but once that taunt from Choco goes off, Shadow Dash completely OP, widening that gold gap even more than another dragon. There is the Zonia's on Wongza, but he just doesn't have the damage to flat out destroy the tankiness coming out from Tumeke. Oh, I want to see the shred come out from Orianna. Is she going to be able to jump on Proe? Everybody's coming up from behind. Yuna could just throw out the ultimate. Definitely goes for it. They're all trying to jump on her right now. She gets off the shockwave, but she does get taken down. No triple kill for Man just yet. Getting a bit overconfident. Just played completely like clockwork. Completely. 424 coming up. Yuna trying to chase out Blockface. He is so tanky at this point. A good knock up onto FSI Choco from Milky Cow. Ooh, that Shadow Dash not quite going across the wall, but are they going to be able to take him out? Is he going to be able to do what he normally does throughout this entire game? Take out Limes on the way. No, that knock up going to keep him in Yuna's grasp. Oh! Yeah, there we go. Permafrost finally ripping him to shreds. that Aegis finally finished up on Huna. Maybe that will give their team a little bit more durability. Here we go, Blockface taking out that red. Alright, we may see the conversion of Tumeke here, but they're still not aiming to grab that Baron. Thinking it could give that opening to n2dz that they really, really need. Here we go, they're starting to converge. Bit of a back and forth still happening. Let me see what Oriana is doing. She's floating 1400. She may be able to finish off. Oh, sorry, she needs 1600. So a couple of hundred more. She'll be picking herself up a needlessly large rods. Start shredding through everyone a bit more effectively, as you do. Blockface complete. Everybody's shouting that over in the chat. It is Blockface, most valuable player. There you go, buddy. Hamilton knows what's going on. It certainly has. Thank you, announcer. SM Lime's gonna go down to that ignite despite his drop. Bit of protect coming out from Man there. They do manage to get that kill on Lime's. A good grab from Blockface on a Wongza. Disengage from Milky Cow from the tsunami. It's totally not tsunami. Yes, it is. It's tidal wave. Tsunami, tidal wave, potato wave. Same thing. Totally same thing. 5:25 in the game right now. Tumeke just really wanna drag this out as long as possible. Don't you, Tumeke? You lovely son. No. But they're really turning this, they're really turning the jungle of n2dz into a complete graveyard. Oh, it is a Triforce finished over on Choco. Tons of damage. Right up in here, he's getting a little bit more magic resist. Subjugating Wongza's contribution to his team. I think Wongza now is focusing on picking up a Rylai's. Good block coming out from, good dodge coming out from Limes there. Hasn't made the difference when the Ignite goes out to take him down though. It's the difficulty with a Vlad. Wait a little longer to get your pull down so that it costs a bit less health and a bit less risk. Here we go. May just be happening to Tumeke thinking of taking this Baron down. And ending this nonsense once and for all. Tumeke's powerhouse, no damage taken as they destroy that Baron. Already that inhibitor down, the Nexus turrets are exposed. They are going to jump straight top though. Secure this win for better or for worse. Just clearing out the lane. And there's FSHO jumping straight in with the follow-up on Manny. He's going to be the first one to go down. He does get the ultimate going off on him for his team, though. He actually manages to survive through so much. But he just got shredded down at the very last second of that team fight. A lot of that going to the turret, to that turret dive. Let's just take a quick look back at that fight. See exactly what went wrong. If, you know, the client will let me. Okay. Here we go. Coming into it here, just going to put a bit of a slowdown. I think this analysis is interesting because these guys have got Baron. They're very, very tanky. They've got a lot of damage on their side. Great gold advantage. But here we see that initial initiation from Cho'Gath. He's going to dash and get the taunt on Huna. Now they're very underneath the turret. A lot of the damage is straight on him. A lot of the ability to expand. Man managed to catch Huna and managed to catch Huna and Wongza underneath that. Wongza managed to jump in the middle of the team fight, get off his ultimate and start shredding through them there as Limes and the turret helps out just that little bit more. Choco and Blockface throwing Huna away from that opportunity, but it really was the follow-up with Wongza and Limes double teaming at the back of the team fight. It was Choco and Blockface getting a bit outside of their comfort zone and bringing the gold home, trying to bring the gold home, but really not. So let's just go back up to live and see what they're up to now. That was a horrendous team fight in the end. It was just the positioning that went down from Choco that followed up with Wongza's ultimate. So Wongza saw that he had an opportunity, locked down Man and Vibro. And that's what Filbro. And that's what I was talking about before. They have no damage outside of Oriana and Israel. There really isn't much at all. Choco's damage has dropped off at this point in the game. He's still doing a little bit with Triforce. But once they take down Man and Filbro, and I think they'll start realizing this, once they take down Man and Filbro, they can follow up quite nicely. 9:26 in this game. That much of a lead, and they're still able to take a team fight. n2dz knows what's up. And that's why Tumeke should not be playing under turrets. That's what happens. That's what happens. The bot lane, just a bit of back and forth going on there. That Baron will likely run out fairly soon. Nearly 3/4 done. Indeed it is. Very, very excited to see it n2dz. We've seen a couple of really good comebacks today. Really good comebacks. Mind you, not as good as this one could be. Oh, Choco getting a bit up close and personal, taking that turret down against Limes. Limes has not had a great game against Choco. Choco just had the items and the champion to really lock him down. Rest of Tumeke still poking turrets out pretty effectively. They still have very, very good map control. Ooh, Wongza nearly getting taken out on that. Oh, throwing out the Zhonya's just before the ultimate came down from Israel. So close, and he managed to pull it off. Oh, it was beautiful. Ultimate coming in from Blockface. Looks like he's being shredded in the end of that fight. Out comes a taunt from Choco in the middle of a very dangerous area. Down goes Vlad. He's a bit further outside of the team fight, but it is a 1-for-1, and there it is, guys. There's just not enough damage on Choco to do anything by himself if his team's not available to follow him up. There's just the damage and control on n2dz to be able to take control of a team fight like that. Very well done. 15k gold gap, and n2dz can still do this. They've got a lot of potential to build into. They've got a lot of item space to build into. They're going to keep scaling. Tumeke, a couple of them are a bit closer to stopping scaling. There's almost a scale stop on Choco, but now he does have that Guardian Angel. He may be able to come back from this. So if he jumps in and now is the focus of attention and dies, he can still come back and taunt the crap out of them. Would love to see that. Just when you think it's over, guys. Just when you think it's finished. Oh, Estonia in the chat just completely calling it. Ooh, he does not know. Yeah, I'm pretty much dying. Live, voice, live. Okay. Okay, I think I'm alive. I think I'm good. Okay. Yeah. So we've seen how n2dz, the doozy of n2dz can come back in a team fight, control it, and change it around to suit their advantage. To their advantage, sorry. Not to suit their advantage. Silly me. But they just have so much more damage follow-up. They still have the same amount of utility. They don't have that same amount of tankiness. I mean, Limes is fairly tanky, but it's just that health. It's not really those resistances that you need. Yuna's doing pretty tanky, but that's about it. They're focusing on Wong's Limes Pro-E, pushing out that damage like a newborn baby into the world of hate, pain, violence, and war. They're nice people. They certainly are. Come on. This is all I'm thinking now. If I was into DC right now, I'd just be like, come on, make that move, make that play, try to initiate on me. We will show you what's what. Come on. Choco doing a bit of split pushing down the bot lane. Down the bot lane of the top lane. Silly me. Trying to pick up that inhibitor, trying to push them out with super minions. Definitely a valid strategy. Just checking out the CS differences of the top lane, looking very, very good for Vlad. We are coming into a team fight anyway, so down goes that tidal wave, completely knocking Kronos off his rocker. Yuna's in a very bad way. Wongsa does get taken down, so does Yuna finally. And Limes trying to survive just long enough to pick off another member of the team. It looks like Tumeke have done it, taken away another team fight, 3 for 1. Great engage ultimate coming out as the tidal wave from Nami. Good follow-up from Wongsa and his damage. He didn't manage to get off his full rotation and throw out the Zhonyas though, and that's what made the difference in the team fight. If he could have, he may have been able to take down Choco and Man and Blockface all in one go. They're looking very, very low. But instead they can take down all of these inhibitors, everything they need. Coming and grabbing a couple of inhibitors as well. Blockface being completely face on. Getting way too close to Pro-E. And does not even care. Loving that 395 CS on Man at 43 minutes. 378 on Pro-E. Some beautiful CSs coming out here. Israel's score just 808. Looking very beautiful. Gotta love those scores, guys. Although it actually attributes except for gold and winning. Yeah. There was no need for that proc to go off on Choco's Guardian Angel. Still got it up, still got it available. Still ready for anything. They're going to go for that second Baron. There's nothing that n2dz can do about this. A continuous stream of Barons for Tumeke. In comes Choco once again, putting the beat down. All they needed was 3 of their teammates, 2 tankies and the ADC to really shred that to pieces. So this is going to be a very interesting last fight, or is it the last fight indeed? If Wongsa gets off a really good ultimate, takes down Man, takes down Filbro, rather, can never get that right. Then we could just see the end of this era of gaming. I'm kidding. The end of this match. That's more like it. The end of the world! Estonian pushing Tumeke forward. He's eager to get on in this. Go Chatlog. Here we go, the rest of Tumeke finally making this final push with Final Baron. Final all the things. And let's see just how they can finish this one off. Yuna getting very up close and personal, drawing out the Glacial Prism. So does we follow up with Tidal Wave. Wongza trying to follow up with his own damage. He manages to find it! Man, Fiber! Chronos Gear going down. There goes the ADC from Proe. And the follow-up on Limes with his ultimate as well. They managed to hold that off. It's a 4-for-1 exchange. My god, that was beautiful. Let's go back and watch that again a bit in slow motion. Let us see exactly what just went down. Here we go. We see that initiate in from Hyuna. This is where it all began. She throws out the Glacial Prism. We had the Tidal Wave go off, and in comes Wongza. The ultimate went off from Blockface onto Wongza, completely stopping anything that he was up to, but he hadn't completely thrown down everything just yet. So he jumps in. They managed to lose Hyuna in the middle of that. We do have Limes coming in from the back, shredding everyone in the back line to nothing. Gets up and has already thrown out his ultimate. And there's the ultimate from Wongza doing a bit of shred to Man and Chronos Gear. Then the ultimate from Limes finally detonated, picked them up a quadra. With Evers Cho barely getting out with his life. So there was a bit of backline power coming in from Limes and his ultimate particularly. That was phenomenal. You've got to commend them for that play. Just getting back up to live now. There we go. And a summoner is disconnected. Woohoo! But yeah, that was an absolutely phenomenal follow-up team fight for n2dz. You see, if they get the initiation, they can really bring everyone down. It's all about the AP for them. They've got the Wongza jumping in there, getting that AoE ult off. He didn't even get it off on everyone. As soon as he does, Lime's damage is just going to be amplified. It won't be amplified, but they'll be able to be added together as that AoE damage. And shred through Tumeke. n2dz might still just make it. Let's check out if they're all ready to go. Yeah, they definitely are. Yeah, they are. So what more could they do? n2dz has already managed to fully stack their ADC with 432 CS in this game. We do see Proe at full build. And we do have the new Pimpcane. We do have the new AP Pimpcane coming in on that Abyssal Scepter on Kennen. I say new loosely. It's just the picture. Never mind, guys. It's still the same old item. Almost. Very close to it. Still a good shred. Decent. I like. AP Pimpcane. Looks like Vlad is going to be building himself up his very own Zhonya's. He's finished it off now as well. So he's grabbed full build. And Kennan's nearly finished off as well. So those three combined have the real damage coming into their team. And they're the ones that have fully built up. Despite that gold gap, despite those mechanics coming into play. I have a feeling this could go on just a little bit longer. n2dz may be finding a bit of a gap to exploit, and they might just have found it. Really fighting hard to continue in this series. That's what I like to see. Complete determination. n2dz still believe they can truly win this. Oh my god, if they still can. Knock up from Milky Cow. We do see the ultimate from Yuna, completely isolating everybody. Wangza comes in with his ultimate, gets a decent amount of shred off, but not as much as he really needs to. Vlad now being shut down. The AoE damage is not enough. Only one that's really down there from Tumeke right now is Blockface. So they're shredding through all of these inhibitors. Once again, securing it when trying to pick up on Proe. His damage is scaling so damn high, though. They're trying to grab up. Oh, he does manage to try and jump on a Philbro, but he's going to go down. He does have a Guardian Angel up his sleeve. And manages to get... Oh, my God, man! Command attack straight into a dissonance. Tearing through the newly rejuvenated Proe from his Guardian Angel. Will that ultimate pick anyone up? It's trying to grab Yuna. Didn't quite get there, so it was a 3-for-2 exchange. These back and forward games, these back and forward fights are intense. Tumeke is starting to near their full potential, but there's still quite a lot of build room from n2. Still a decent amount, albeit on their support and their jungle slash tank, but that's what you do. Wasn't even that last team fight, even with Baron. There are still decent amounts of follow-ups from n2dz. Especially if they get off that positioning on Wangza and Limes. Very unfortunate at the beginning of that fight, Limes going down. Even when Tumeke gets off a pretty damn good combination, when they get off that dash, that shadow dash from Cho, and follow up with a really powerful shockwave from Oriana. If they don't get that off on enough people, they're not able to really come together. Positioning, damage, timing on n2dz, bit too good. I'm afraid to say that after this day, I may not be able to talk at all. My voice is almost truly and very much so gone. But there's that third Baron once again going to Tumeke. Double oracles landing on Tumeke as well, as they secure their victory. They've done a very good job of doing that. They've taken out all of the turrets. They've been consistent in all their lanes. They've denied all the vision. They're not letting n2dz leave their base, which is the only thing they can really do past taking them out in team fights, because they haven't been getting that, not nearly enough as quickly as they should be. Just gotta follow up on that one team fight and they can push in. CS nearly hitting 500 for Proe. Let's get a medal for that. There's the initiation. That ultimate going out from Yuna. Down goes the knockup ultimate from Milky Cow. Already the zone using the ultimate coming out from Man, but it does come out from Limes and Wangza right now, though, just slowing it down so we can really get a good look at what's going on. But that shred on Man is doing so much work. Command attack and a dissonance, just destroying everybody. Man will be taken down with that last auto attack from Proe. So that is a 3-for-3 right now. It's going to be the ADCs versus each other. It does look like Proe is in a very good position. He takes down every last remaining member of Tumeke. But CoG just might make it away. He certainly does. They're going to back up and really protect this base. It's just getting shredded. The thing is, they cannot move when they win these fights. They cannot move when they win these fights. One day, maybe. They're still scaling up. There's not much on Milky Cow right now. They don't have a bulwark on their team. They could definitely use with one. We'll see coming in later into this game. Oh, Bulwark did get removed from the game. Sorry, it is Aegis going into Locket. Silly me. I keep doing that. I keep doing that. I'm very sorry. That's what's been happening this entire time. I keep saying Aegis, but nope. Like Aegis, it does come out, but then it goes straight to something else. Silly me. This is what happens when patch day comes a couple of days before a tournament. And the casters are too busy. I really shouldn't be. This is horrible. Game link too OP. Let me see what these guys are floating. Oriana sitting full build. Is sitting there floating 2,100. So impressive. So happy about that. Hey, Dogger, how's it going? Duck is sitting there in chat, guys. Fill him in with all the juicy deets. At this point, it really is all about positioning. Either team could take it away. Tumeke's had a bit of trouble with the mobility from N2 and the positioning they've managed to pull off. They get Wongza and they get Limes, and the focus jumps all on them and Huna, but they don't keep a good eye on Proe. He's been dangling around the team fights, really making it work. Mikhail's Crucible coming out from both of the supports. That's going to be a lot of fun, especially with Choco's taunts. To be honest, there haven't been too many lockdowns of ADCs in this. It's usually direct damage. Apart from that taunt on Choco, that's the only thing. Once that's gone down, it's a bit too late. The entire map definitely belongs to Tumeke at this point. Come on, guys! Make that final push.
Red team has slain the dragon.
And Dragon going down. Look at that. The gold advantage has stuck at 10k for such a long time. The game is nearing the 1 hour mark. This is amazing. Both amazing and torturous. n2dz have finally taken control of their base. All of their inhibitors are back up. They're moving in this mid lane. They had no sight on Baron before. It's not there, buddies. You can go check though. It's definitely still worth it. Just gonna ward that up there. Let's see what you do. If they manage to get a good team fight out in these bushes, I think they could easily take it away, especially considering their AoE advantage. Could they just do it? Still those two Two eyes. The two oracles sitting on on Tumeke. Still searching for those outer wards. One sitting up at up the Baron. Just how far away is that Baron timer? Really, there have just been so many changes this patch. I think a lot of what happened today could be attributed to the differences coming into the patch. Hopefully there's been a good amount of training for both of these teams. Oh, we are coming into the fight actually. Everything is starting to converge right in this last fight. Oh, down goes man instantaneously. There's their main damage dealer. Philbro sitting at the back of the fight, getting focused down by Wongza, taking Cronus gear with him as well as Yuna helping him out there. And down goes that ADC. Down goes Chrono's gear, who didn't manage to get off the ultimate as they focus down the ADC, and Blockface is still there. Choco's about to go down as Guardian Angel just got procced. There we go. He does actually get pushed out of there. He does actually manage to survive, but it looks like they're gonna. That was an interesting. I think we saw Limes just throw out his Zonias. That was quite fun. Sure thing. Oh, but it looks like Wangza, Yuna, and Milky Cow are going for the win, just pushing in on this. Could be an interesting push. See if they try and push Tumeke for the win. It's a good 30 seconds before anyone from Tumeke comes back in. There goes Yuna jumping on Blockface there, getting another kill for them. A good 20 seconds left. Oh my god, are they actually going to be able to finish this game? Are they going to be able to take it away after Tumeke isolated them in their base for so damn long? Oh my god! Guys, n2dz are going to take away this game after pushing Tumeke out from that last battle, getting the perfect execute off. They managed to take out Man, take out the rest of the game. We're moving on to the grand finals for the day. It's going to be n2dz versus